Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Angelisa and you're on my CNA channel. If you want to see my lifestyle videos or singing videos and music related videos, check out my other channel, AngelisaCNA. But this whole channel is about CNA stuff and nursing related stuff as well. So today's video is going to be what to expect during CNA school. As you guys know, I'm a CNA. I've been practicing for about a year now. And that means I was in school, or took my CNA school, about a year ago. Before I jump into the video, I just wanted to say this is all based off of my personal experience and living in the state of Oregon. I know it varies between different states and different people and all of that. So yeah, so this is just based off of me living in Oregon, being a CNA, and getting my school for free. Without further ado, let's get on with the video. You're probably wondering what my experience was in CNA school. And I'm just gonna scratch the surface because I will go in more depth of what was going on with my experience in CNA school. But basically, I was doing CNA school, going to college, and working. So I had a lot on my plate. And it did end with me getting maybe a bad score in one of my college classes and me needing to retake it because I was doing so much at one time. But it was a learning experience, and I mean, that's all I have to say about that. I definitely had like no sleep, no time for myself, but then again, I piled myself up with all these other things and stuff, so can't really say much. So let's go over the process of getting into CNA school. What I did is I reached out to one of the program directors of the program and told her I was interested in the program, and she directed me with orientation dates and all this other stuff. So I was super stoked and excited to go, nervous and excited, kind of confused, but excited. So during orientation, you'll probably go over the cost of the class. Thankfully for me, it was free because the program paid for them, thank goodness. They'll go over the general rules, the restrictions, kind of go over HIPAA, the dress code, what you can wear to class versus what you wear to clinicals. That's a big thing. The universe ended up saying, girl, you're gonna get into this class, you're gonna learn experience. And boy, did I learn experience. And I got into the class and man, I was just like, wow, I really absorbed a lot, like a sponge in that class. Like, I really enjoyed it. Even though it was crazy with my personal life, I think it was super fun going every single day. My CNA class lasted about a month, a little over a month maybe. And I had like 2 weeks of lecture and then the rest was clinicals or something like that. But during the lecture portion, you just get to watch like a whole bunch of videos about things, videos on dementia, how to approach different people in different scenarios. We watched a couple surgery videos just for like fun, but I thought that was super cool that we got to see those. We also got to see, I don't know, just, you know, catheters and transfer videos, how to transfer patients, things like that. We had a textbook, so we took notes. We looked at Google Slides, which was kind of like boring. Google Slides are so boring. Like, I could just fall asleep thinking about it. My class also included a CPR class, so we did that during the lecture portion as well. And we also did the TB test, and we learned how to take vitals, and we knew what vitals were and like the blood pressures versus the oximeter and all that stuff. So that was like super fun for me, and I was like, I definitely was that kid that bought a blood pressure cuff on Amazon and bought a stethoscope because I thought I was like the ish, and I practiced at home quite a few times so that I didn't fail that skill in front of my teacher. Okay, so okay, the clinical portion of this class is the more hands-on training. Now this is the fun part, in my opinion. This was like this was the fun part. I had to wake up at like 5 a.m. I lived like 45 minutes to an hour away from the class, so I woke up at like 3 in the morning to get there at 5 a.m. and then it ended at 3:30 p.m. So I was so exhausted by the end of it. I was just drained. Plus, you know, school and work, like I said. But anyways, back to the clinical portion. The clinical portion was hands-on training. My instructor split us up in groups. And this is kind of where you kind of make connections. You absorb more like a sponge. You really get the hands-on training that you should have as a CNA. We were in a long-term care facility, and so a lot of those residents were there and they had their own set routines, so it was difficult transitioning us to remember exactly what they wanted or what they usually ask for at specific times, like their routines. And I don't know, they just got their own thing, and it was kind of difficult, but a big learning experience. During this whole 2 weeks, we had a checklist, and we had to get our instructor to check us off on all the skills. I swear this friggin' list was like this long, and we had to she checked off lists or skill by skill, but it really helped in the end with the state exam, which is another story we'll get into in another video. I'm so happy that she was so thorough with teaching us, and teaching us like tips and tricks too. I think that was like awesome. Anyways, so during the clinical portion, expect to be there for 8 to 12 hours and basically working for free. That's essentially what you're doing, but take it as a learning experience. Don't think like,
oh, I'm not getting paid to work for them, I'm just gonna slack off. Like,
don't do that. You don't want to slack off. Really take the time, get to know your CNA that's training you. Ask them questions. Where did they take their, take their test? How did they study for the exam? Like, how did they do this? Really just absorb as much as you can. So let me just give you a couple tips and suggestions. What they really expect from you is hard work and dedication. Please do not put yourself through all that CNA school if you're in it for the money. I just gotta say that right now. Please don't do it for the money. It's not worth it. You will be exhausted, and you'll essentially just burn out quicker than anyone because you're just not happy with what you're doing and you're not happy with your work. I'm just gonna say right now, I don't know why I had this concept when I was going through school that we had to take one exam. No, there's 2 state exams you have to take, the written portion and then the hands-on portion, the skills test. Please don't think you can slack off during the lecture portion and then we'll just learn, I'll just learn in the clinical portion, or you slack off in the clinical portion, you're like, oh, I already learned in the lecture portion. No, really, you need both. They go hand in hand. I am telling you that right now. Please just don't slack off. Do your work. You need to know all this information. Just to sum up this whole video, what to expect during CNA school, just expect there to be hard times, good times, exciting times, nervous times. There were so many times I was extremely nervous to do a skill in front of my instructor because I was just like, oh my gosh, like what if I miss a step? It's like, no, you're in clinicals because you're here to learn and you're here to make mistakes and learn from them. Like, you're not like before you actually take your exam, you know? Alright guys, so I hope you guys enjoyed. I will see you in the next video. Like and don't forget to subscribe. I'm gonna post more on this channel. And don't forget, if you have any questions, let me know. I wish you good luck in your CNA school, and I wish you good luck in your life. Whatever you aspire to do, you got it, girl. You got it. Alright, I'm gonna go try and edit this video now. Bye!